What's up, guys? Welcome to B Sports Picks. So we're actually on a 10-2 run. I gave away 2 free winners right in this video yesterday. I'm going to give you guys 3 different leans in the NBA today. Now, like I said, a 10-2 run. And then yesterday, I posted 2 free winners in the video yesterday. If you don't believe me, go check that out. All the reasoning why this game was going to go easily on the under. And you can see I had it at a 227. I actually bought it back a few points to the original opening line, and the Knicks got blown out. You can see Detroit. I did say Detroit was going to come back with a vengeance because they got blown out by the Wizards, which is the horrible team. I gave all this explanation yesterday. You can see these guys ended up winning by 38 points. These guys only scored 80 points in total. They didn't even cross, what is that, 200 points? Yeah, I just ran the numbers. It's 198 points. They didn't even cross 200 points. This was a very easy, no sweat bet. I shared this one for free also yesterday. And then in the VIP, I gave away this one. It's called a correlation bet. I'm not going to get into the details about that, but I shared this one, and that one hit easy also. And then the only loss, I also took the Pistons on the money line, but then I killed it with putting the Timberwolves. They ended up losing by 4. So this killed this parlay. This was actually a very easy hit, but because it was a 2-leg parlay, that did not win. So again, for the VIP, it was 3 in 1 day. For the free picks, it was a 2 in 0 day if you took the picks. Now, before I give you the play, I like to share this. This is called the points, rebounds, and assists. These are not our final plays. These are just strong players that have been hitting their lines consistently. You can see Jaren Jackson Jr., he hit this line 23.5, 6 straight games in a row. Same thing for this. I'm not going to get into these details. Just take a screenshot if you want to check these out. You still have to do your own research. These are just strong leans, not our final picks. All right, so the first thing I like to look at is now it's actually included in the SharpEdge tool, which is the back-to-back report. I actually just included it. So you can see this is literally a back-to-back report, and this is what I used to show on a separate page, but now it's included. So you can see right here, both teams are actually on a back-to-back, which is Memphis and Portland. So there is no rest advantage because they both played yesterday. However, what you want to take note is that they're both tired, and what happens is that that's going to affect the under. So one very key indication, I'm not going to look at this play, but what you can do in these scenarios is start looking on the under because both teams are tired and one of them traveled. So the second team that's on a back-to-back is the Kings. They actually played yesterday, and they're going against Cleveland. So this is one of the teams that I'm going to be looking at today, which is Cleveland to win. Now, just a quick little side note on the game card itself, you can see these are the projections. I added also where it says 1 day rest advantage, and then the other team has a back-to-back. So right away, just a quick glance will show you that the Cavaliers have a rest advantage over the Kings. Same thing with this. There is no rest advantage because they're both on a back-to-back. So basically, the card itself is showing you if there's a lean towards the back-to-back rest advantage. Let me quickly go over the projections here, which is the Nets are supposed to win. The Rockets and the Thunder are too close to call. The line is actually going in the Thunder's favor. I was looking on the Rockets, but they're not good enough because the line is actually shifting away from them. The Spurs are supposed to win easily. Magic is supposed to win. Trailblazers are supposed to win. And then the Cavaliers are supposed to win easily as well. Now, if you want access to this tool, this is free for 2 weeks. Go to the link in the description, click on where it says SharpEdge under tools that we use, and you'll get this for free for 2 weeks. So now this is called the Sharp Plays. These are not our final plays, but these are strong indications on where you should be looking. So in this example, it's saying that this is also a high confidence play. It gives you all the reasoning why right there. And then same thing with these here. These are not so heavy. You can see it says moderate, and they're not green background. So again, I don't always take these, but in this case today, I do like 2 of these. Now, I'm going to tell you the leans, but I'm not going to give you the exact numbers because those are going to be in the pinned comment. If you go to the pinned comment, it's going to be $2 for today's card. So if you want the exact lines that I'm going with, go to the pinned comment. It's going to be $2. But I'll give you the leans either way. It's going to be 3 different leans so you can get your own research done if you want. I'm going to give you the research that I've done so you can check that out. Now, normally, if you've been watching my videos, I go very deep into these analysis. I'm not going to do that today because I have a flight to catch to Miami. I'm going to the Winnable Mansion to watch the Super Bowl tomorrow, so I will be traveling. I'm going to cut down my analysis. I already did just know, if you trust this channel, then just know that I've done the research. I'm going to break down the plays so you can see what they are, but I'm not going to get deep into the analysis like I normally do because, like I said, I have to catch a flight. All right, so the Kings, we faded them yesterday. They're actually on a 11-game losing streak. 0-10 in the last 10 games. We faded them yesterday. They lost. Now, not only that, but you can see the little red flag that they're on a back-to-back, so they're tired, and Cavaliers fresh. Also, Cavaliers, it shows that James Harden was traded over there, and he should be playing today. I'm not going to guarantee that, but you want to take a look at the injury report, and he should be playing today. So that's going to dramatically increase their chances of winning. The line did start for Cleveland at a 9.5. It's currently at a 12.5. That's a 3-point line move in the direction of Cleveland. You can see the money and the bets is split because I think they're, the players are still getting adjusted with the trades and stuff like that. But Cleveland should come away with this win easily. I really like the opening line right there, so just take that for what it is. And that's going to be the one I'm giving right there. You can see the Cavaliers do cover the spread 70% of the time, especially when they've played against the Kings, they cover the spread. So they cover the spread 70% of the time against any team in the last 10 games. But when they've played specifically against the Kings, they also cover the spread 70% of the time. I'm really liking the under on this game. There's a lot of reasoning behind it. The line did actually start at a 227. It went all the way down to a 220. You can see that's a 7-point drop move. Also, 92% of the bets, 89% of the money is coming in on the under. And the line, that's a reverse line move. So the sharp money is hammering this under. If we go a little bit deeper into this, you can see the opponent's points per game. That's how many points they allow per team. So you can see this is 113, this is 117. That's actually 230. So again, do not take it under 230. You can take that for what it is. Like I said, I shared the exact numbers in the VIP. You can get that for $2 in the pinned comment. But overall, I do really like this play on the under. Now, quickly, let me just show you the injury report. Right here is the Denver Nuggets. You can see Aaron Gordon is out, Spencer Jones is out, Cameron Johnson is questionable, and Nikola Jokic is questionable. If Nikola Jokic play, but if he ends up playing, then you want to be very careful with this next lean that I'm going to show you. One final thing I forgot to show is just these line moves. This is another tool inside the SharpEdge, which is also part of it. I'm not going to go through all these details, but it literally tells you where the sports books are moving their lines. So in this example, it says they started as an underdog. They're currently favorite. The Warriors started at a 227. They're currently at 222, just like I had mentioned, and so on. You can take a screenshot if you want. This is actually part of the SharpEdge tool. So again, you can get this for free for 2 weeks in the link in the description. Now, the reason I'm showing this also is you can see the Bulls started at a plus 7.5. It's currently at a plus 5.5. That's a 2-point line move in the direction of the Bulls. Now, again, remember, if Jokic plays, this is going to go to shit. This play is going to go to shit if Jokic plays. All right, let me kind of go. So this is a very strong reverse line move in the favor of the Bulls. You can see they started at a 7.5. They're currently at a plus 5.5. Now, this is what's crazy is that the Bulls only have 18% of the bets and 39% of the money. You can see all the green is on Denver's side. So if this much money is coming in and this much betting is coming in on Denver, why is the Bulls getting pushed the other way? Now you can see overall they're pretty even over here, except the ATS trends against each other. But this goes back all the way to last season. So this stat right here is not that strong. What is strong is that the Bulls do cover the spread 40% of the time. The Nuggets only cover the spread 50% of the time. So again, let me just give you some quick indications here. I really like the Bulls with the plus points. Again, if you want the exact line, the link is in the comments. Denver has lost 3 straight games. They have a bunch of injuries. The Bulls are restructuring their entire core, and the line is shifting in their favor, even though it's a reverse line move because of all the money and all the bets are coming in on Denver. Yet the line is still shifting in the Bulls' favor. But one other very strong thing is that Chicago has just been very good at home. They have a bunch of fresh legs. And Denver is just decimated with injuries. All right, guys, normally, like I said, I break down these plays a lot deeper than that. But trust me when I tell you that I've done the research. These are the good plays. Just take a look at your own numbers, do your own research, as always. All right, guys, thank you so much. We've crossed almost 3,800 subscribers. Let's get to 4,000. If you haven't done so, go to the link in the description where it says free picks. Make sure you get the free picks. Also, subscribe. I'm going to be posting videos as I'm traveling, but it's not going to be full breakdowns like I normally do because I will be traveling. If you don't want to miss out on any plays, if I just can't create a video for whatever reason, go to the link in the description, free picks, and I'll throw out the free picks there. And like I said, check out the pinned comment for the $2 pass for today's slate. Thank you so much, guys. Let's have a great day.